All right. Thanks for tuning in. I am Emery John Frazier, and thank you for perfectly perfecting perfection. There's nothing you must do, but anything you want to do when you're being yourself. You can be it. So today, we're going to be talking about energy. And why did I pick that topic? Because it's everywhere right now. There's no facet in your life, macro or micro, that's not affecting. And so I think it's definitely the most important thing to be talking about right now. On the macro level, you can see the effects of it in the United States, wars, everything that's going on right now. You can see it's just growing exponentially, and it's very, very strong. On the micro level, you can feel it. And some days, maybe it's a positive thing. You can feel it and it feels good. And then the next day or the next hour, all of a sudden you're like, bam! And it just doesn't feel good, and you feel like your whole world's coming down. I want to talk to you about a couple tools that will help you with that. That will make this a change for you rather than something that's happening to you and something you can't control and you're just at will to it, and that doesn't, in my experience, doesn't feel good at all. So on the micro level, some of the changes would look like this could be a desire, or this could actually be happening. Desire to change your job, education. Maybe you want to change what you're going to school for, or you want to go to school. Or another one would be your eating habits, or faith or spirituality, or religion. Maybe you want to change that, or you want more of it. Maybe it's not giving you what it used to give you. And so those are all the things. Relationship changes, that could be something too. Basically, just everything right now feels like it needs to change or needs to grow. It doesn't feel like it's fulfilling you anymore. And so the first thing you have to do is to become aware. Once you become aware, then you can have more control, it feels like. Because right now I see some post on social media that looks like people feel like they're in fear or in doubt, and when the negative ball gets rolling, it just hits them real hard, and they feel like they don't have anything they can do about it. It feels like they're just a feather blowing in the wind. So once we become aware of it, once we're in the moment, let's say, so this happens a lot too, I've seen, and also experienced myself, that for some reason you're in a good mood, then all of a sudden it just changes and you snap at somebody and it's like, whoa, where did that come from? So in that moment, we become aware and say, oh, okay, that's the energy that's going on. Let me take responsibility for that. And now that I'm aware, I can change it. So the next thing we do once we become aware is we have to change our beliefs. So this is very, very important. Once we become aware, in the moment, preferably the moment, sometimes it's too heated and you gotta do it later. You have to say, this is happening for me. And I don't care what it is, big, small, life-changing, day-changing. So let's say maybe you've been desiring to have a more fulfilling way to earn money, and then you get fired. So instead of you saying, oh my gosh, how am I going to provide for myself, my family, how am I going to pay the bills, you say, thank you. This means that I'm a step closer to what I've been desiring. That feels so more powerful than to say, I don't know what's going to happen and this is horrible, and then become a victim. The victim has no power whatsoever. The victim gives their power over to the situation. So when you're empowered and you take control by saying, I don't know how this is going to work exactly, but I know what the outcome's going to be, and it's going to be more enjoyment for me and anybody else that I affect that's in my circle. So we got awareness and we got belief. And then after belief, we need to write it down. Another thing that I've been getting, and that I've seen a lot of people be getting, is ideas. So once you start changing the way you see the situation, then these powerful ideas, big or small, are going to come to you. And you must write them down. In your phone, there's lots of apps you can use for notes, or if you like to use a pencil or pen to write it down on paper, do that. But you have to write it down. Writing it down tells the universe that you're ready for the next step. And you have to take the first step. A lot of people like to use the word faith. Once you start having the faith, you can have the knowing that the next step will arrive once you take the first step. So you can't say, oh, I'm only going to take step 2 when step 1 arrives. It's like, nope. You got to be on faith or knowing, whichever one, whatever stage you're at, and just step out on there and say, this is happening for me, and I know it's going to take care of all the needs in between now and when it arrives. All my needs are going to be met, and they're going to be met abundantly too. It's going to be enjoyable. So we got awareness, we got belief, we got writing it down. And that's basically everything I want to talk to you about. We're going to do another video soon, and we're going to take it the next step further, what to do after you got those 3 steps going. So